Hello, and welcome back to Finally Relax. I'm Emma, and today we're talking about something many of us carry unknowingly: the invisible burden of experiences we might never have labeled as trauma. You might think of shock trauma, of major life-altering events, when you hear the word trauma. But what if I told you that it's often the small, repetitive, and subtle experiences that leave deep marks on our psyche and still affect us today? Today, we're unveiling the truth about why even seemingly small traumas can have surprisingly large impacts on your life and how you can recognize and heal these hidden wounds. Stay tuned, because this insight can truly change everything. Let's start with the core of this discussion. What do we even mean when we talk about small traumas? In the context of psychology, and particularly with complex PTSD and developmental trauma, we're not talking about a single dramatic event here. We're referring to microtraumas. These are often subtle, repeated, or chronic experiences of neglect, emotional rejection, misunderstandings, constant criticism, or the feeling of not being seen or heard, especially in our childhood or during formative developmental stages. Imagine, as a child, you were repeatedly laughed at when you showed emotions, or your needs were consistently ignored. Perhaps you were constantly compared to others' achievements, or your ideas were dismissed. For the moment, it might seem insignificant, but our brain, especially a child's, takes these experiences very seriously. They are like small pinpricks that individually might not amount to much, but over time, they create a deep wound. It's not about someone intentionally wanting to cause harm, but about the impact these experiences had on our development and self-image. These experiences shape our nervous system and our way of forming relationships, seeing the world, and dealing with stress. And this is where the often overlooked yet crucial truth lies. It's the cumulative effect of these small experiences that can lead to major problems. Our nervous system is designed to protect us. When it repeatedly experiences insecurity, rejection, or not being understood, it learns that the world is an unsafe place and that our needs won't be met. These small traumas accumulate over years, leading to chronic activation of our stress system. Imagine a drop of water falling on a stone. A single drop won't change the stone, but thousands of drops over years can carve out an entire canyon. The same applies to microtraumas. They shape our beliefs about ourselves and others, influence our attachment styles, our ability to self-regulate, and even our physical health. Suddenly, everyday stressors feel overwhelming. You might suffer from unexplained anxiety, chronic fatigue, difficulties in relationships, or the feeling of not being good enough. All of this can be the delayed impact of these early, seemingly insignificant experiences. These unresolved microtraumas often act like an invisible thread stretching from our past into our present, influencing our behavior, thoughts, and feelings in adulthood. You might wonder why you repeatedly fall into similar relationship patterns, self-sabotage, strive for perfectionism, or struggle to set boundaries. Or why you constantly feel like you need to be on guard, even when there's no objective danger. These are often manifestations of a nervous system that has been conditioned by repeated negative experiences in the past. Your body and mind react to current situations as if they were a repetition of past hurts. These reactions are often unconscious and can manifest as anxiety, depression, chronic pain, sleep disorders, or even autoimmune diseases. It's not a weakness if you feel this way. Rather, it's a sign that your system is trying to cope with unprocessed experiences. The good news is, once we understand these connections, we have the opportunity to heal them and find new ways of relating to ourselves and the world. The first and perhaps most important step toward healing is validating your experiences. It is absolutely legitimate that these seemingly small things still affect you today. Your pain is real and your experiences are valid. It's not an overreaction if you feel triggered by things that might seem harmless to others. Your nervous system has a history, and it's time to listen to it. We need to learn to give space to our bodies and our emotions instead of devaluing or suppressing them. Practices like mindfulness, gentle movement, like yoga or tai chi, breathing exercises, journaling, or talking to a compassionate therapist experienced in developmental trauma can be incredibly helpful. It's about creating new, safe experiences and showing your nervous system that you are now safe. It's a process of self-compassion and gradually reprogramming old patterns. Remember, you are not broken. You have simply learned to protect yourself in certain ways, and you have the power to learn new ways. So you see, the effects of so-called small traumas are anything but small. They can have a profound impact on our lives, from our emotional health to our relationships and physical well-being. But recognizing these connections is the first step toward healing. By validating our experiences and extending compassion to our nervous system, we can begin to untangle the invisible threads that bind us to the past. I hope this video has helped you see your own experiences in a new light and given you hope that healing is possible. Which point resonated with you the most today, or offered you a new perspective? Let me know in the comments below. I read every message personally. And if you want to bring more clarity and calm into your life, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss our next video. Until then, remember, you have the power to finally relax.